Election officials in Afghanistan have thrown out the results from hundreds of polls because of allegations of fraud. And that comes as the latest numbers show incumbent President Hamid Karzai is just steps away from victory. With 2/3 of the polls reporting now, Karzai has 48.6% of the popular vote. His nearest competitor, Abdullah, has a little more than 30%. Whatever the outcome, though, the result is likely going to be disputed. The election has been marred by accusations of voter fraud. Today, ballots from 447 polls were annulled because of irregularities. Officials won't say specifically how many votes were canceled, and results will not be finalized until later this month after all the fraud allegations have been investigated. NATO forces in Afghanistan are preparing to investigate last Thursday's deadly airstrike. Around 50 people were reportedly killed when NATO troops attacked a pair of fuel tankers that were hijacked by the Taliban. The organization confirmed there were civilian casualties, but have not confirmed any deaths. For more on this, we spoke to NATO spokesperson James Apatharai in Brussels.
General McChrystal, who's the overall commander of the operation, has been down there himself to see and speak with the people. What he will do now is launch, and this is later today, launch a formal investigation so that all the facts can be combed through in a very proper way. What we know, there was an airstrike. There were a number of people injured and possibly killed. We do not know if they were all Taliban, how many of them were innocent civilians, if there were. All of that now needs to be looked into more carefully.
That's James Apatharai, the spokesman for NATO in Brussels. U.S. President Barack Obama is getting set to address Congress later this week, and health care reform is going to be the focus of that crucial speech. The president's plan is expected to spark serious debate once again. Of course, it already has the American public deeply divided. White House senior advisor David Axelrod spoke about what Americans should know about the proposed reforms when he appeared on Meet the Press earlier today.
The idea here is to keep the American people from going broke as a result of soaring healthcare costs that have doubled in the last 10 years, risen 3 times the rate of wages. We want to bring security to people who have insurance so that they're not thrown off their insurance if they get sick, so that if they lose their job or change their job, they'll still have coverage, so that people with pre-existing conditions can get insurance. That's what the American people need to know.
According to Axelrod, Obama sees a health insurance exchange where people can get affordable coverage as essential to any reforms. As if the U.S. president didn't have enough to deal with within the coming week as it is, today Obama's environmental advisor quit his post. Van Jones became embroiled in a controversy stemming from statements made before taking on the White House job. Jones was linked to comments suggesting a government role in the 9/11 attacks and to derogatory comments about Republicans. White House spokesman Robert Gibbs said Obama did not endorse Van Jones' comments, but thanked him for his service. The resignation comes after what Jones calls a, quote, vicious smear campaign against him.